Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here. We're back with more Transport Fever on the modded map. We're over here in Europe for just as before when we did the American no cost episode, which was the last episode. I've done the same in Europe, so fast forward it to 2045, and then I took the no cost mod off and left the 4 times slower mod. I switched that back on at 2045, sort of just to give the game time to sort of sort things out. If you play it just through by 1 year, it doesn't really give you a true figure of how your finances are actually looking. So if you let it go for 4 or 5 years, it paints a much better picture of how lines are actually getting on. So if we have a quick look here into the money situation, profits have dropped dramatically to just over 1 billion a year. It's going up though. There was a time back in 2045 when it looked as though it was actually going to be in the red. So we had a look at the lines here. If we go into the line league table, so I like to cut and check the balance situation. There is a lot of red, and not just a lot of red, a lot of very expensive red. There was one train that was costing me about 20 million a year. I managed to sort of fix that, so it's not so bad now. If we head down though, we have got a few things that are green. Now the Paris tools and machines train. It was one of the trains I added in the last episode, but there was actually no need for it because I had the TGV, the post TGV that was running tools and machines. And as soon as I added more tools and machines, or basically, if we go over here to the goods hub, since I added more goods, tools and machines lines, that increases the demand here. A lot of lines are getting zero. Zero tools, zero machines, zero goods. And what was happening was the TGV here, that is now getting tools and stuff again, was getting nothing. Because the other one was overshadowing it, and when I compared the cost, the newer one that I got had to go. It bit the dust. So if we have a look here, there are a lot of lines that have got zero. Some of these lines are actually lines that are dropping stuff off. Now if I was playing this game right for the very start, with the economy turned on, then everything would be much better. Everything would be a hell of a lot more efficient. A lot of lines can be solved just by really reducing the amount of trains that's on it, or the amount of trucks or buses, or by adding more buses. So we'll go into the league table again. There's one thing I will point out though. If we look over here, there is now this. This is a sawmill that is creating planks, that is coming from a train. This I had already built before, but the lines here were so desperately bad because you need planks and plastic or planks and steel to create goods, which we were only getting planks coming from over from Russia, and that train coming from Tokyo was desperately slow, and the ships are desperately slow, and the train wasn't even getting a full load, even though there was massive demand for planks. Now it might be a case of changing up the ships to the Russian ship that holds 500, but here as well, tools need planks. You need planks for everything except for machines, which can be made from you either need planks or steel. So machines was the only thing that could use steel and plastic, which we seem to be doing fine because we've got this over here. I also added a second train to this oil line, which is this fella here. So now we've got an abundance of plastic, which is good. So the plastic train is coming back with a full load. Steel train always runs with a full load. But if we go over here, if I can find them, here they are. Here's one. This is the train coming to pick up planks. As you see, I was quite lazy in my choice of train. I simply just went for the E and it said cargo written on the side of it. Nice and simple. It's a 400-metre long train, carries 320. There are 1042 planks waiting here. Now the other surprise is the train it takes in the wood, which is the transportfever.net train. Captain Jesse was asking if I could include this in, so here he is there. Transportfever.net. If you get the chance, you should go and look at that website. It's got some mods that aren't available on the Steam Workshop. It's got some unique mods that are pretty cool. Some of them I've actually downloaded for the next season that I'm going to be doing, the high detailed season. There's some cool stuff in there, and it's got a forum and that. The guys are really helpful. It is either in German or in British, but you can select the language when you go in. So I just wanted to say a hats off and a thanks to all the people who do modding, all the people who mod vehicles, create maps, assets, repaints, everything like that. It just makes the game so much more fun, and you can really do a lot more once you've got new stuff. I mean, the vanilla game is pretty good for Fitted Wiz, but adding this stuff just makes it a hell of a lot better. So thanks for the people that actually make the time and their own time. A lot of them don't get paid for it, so hats off to them. Many thanks, it's much appreciated. Keep up the good work. I mean, there are still tons of mods coming out for Transport Fever, so it's awesome. Right, here's our planks train, 504, 512. Now I'm going to take a quick peruse over here to our Siberia wood shipping plant facility harbour, which is here. Right, what have we got? See, only 196 planks. Now if I look over here, how much is waiting here? 732. Could add some more trucks in there. I think that would definitely be prudent. So I'm going to add some more vehicles. Now this isn't really... I don't actually really need to do this. It just seems like a good idea to do it while I'm here. It was this gentleman here we were running. So you will get set to that. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. Now it is getting a bit laggy again because I have added quite a few more trains and stuff. This will be Siberia something. Siberia Wood Road, there we go. Right, on you go, gentlemen. Get rid of some of that and take it to the harbour. But really what this episode about is looking at how costs actually panned out. And if I was micromanaging this game, like if I had been playing it with the economy turned on, I'd been micromanaging it so much more. Copenhagen fuel train. Well, let's say I'll look at this guy. For a start, pick a vehicle. You are there. Now you've got 132 fuel on board. Now you're currently leaving for Paris, which is fine. It's 41 years old, so the train is a bit old. I didn't think I've set a replacement for it. I have. So I can set it to on. That just stops it from becoming mega old. Because the older your train is, once it reaches its 100% lifetime, it'll start costing you more on maintenance costs. If you can really afford to have everything to replace at 25%, then do so. Because it'll just save you so much money on maintenance costs. But as like every transport and haulage company, you do have routes, lines, etc., deliveries that are going to make you profit, and some that are not, for one reason or another. As long as you're making enough money to offset the costs of the lines that you're losing money on, then you're good. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same in the real world. My father actually owns a factory. It's actually a fish processing plant. It's one of the largest in the UK actually, and he's got his own trucks for the factory. It's classed under a different company. It's his own haulage company, just because they don't just transport processed fish to all over Europe, but they need to be able when they go to Norway, Denmark, France, Italy, Spain to deliver fish. It always helps if you've got a return load. So having your own company, just classed as a haulage company, then they often do get chartered to return things back to the UK or have stop-offs en route, maybe collecting sometimes 3 or 4 loads on the way back before they get back to Scotland. So there you have it. Now for check his finances, you just delivered, you're still 2.9 million down, you're losing a hell of a lot. Now the only way to get this to make money is to either reduce some of the wagons on it, because there are quite a lot, and or get more fuel production here in Paris. Now lots of lines here are probably not making money. All the crude oil that was just delivered there has been instantly obliterated, as you can see. Some of it is going just round on this train into Paris, some of it is going to Berlin, Copenhagen, Vienna. I think some is going to Holland as well. So that's the only way to combat it, is to get more crude oil in. Now the nearest crude oil is over here, this one over in Edinburgh. It's pretty much at its limit. We do have a train here that takes crude oil from ships that are delivering it from Scotland as well. 220, it's almost full. See, the finances of this are almost breaking even. It is minus just now, but as soon as the train is full it will head out, which will be shortly, because these guys, a couple more trucks and we'll be good to go. I would say a couple more, about 10 or so, and it'll be fine. And it'll return and it'll make money. So let's have a look again, see if what else we've got. We'll have a look at what our things are actually saying. Right, Copenhagen, and Copenhagen goods train as well. Also, more to the fact that the train is never going to run full. Oslo fuel train, you should be doing okay. Minsk goods train, now Minsk is weird. If we go into the table here, the towns over beside Russia and in Russia, if we go here, go to population, that's all the places in America are at 0. Now head down, Moscow, Minsk, Kiev, where is St. Petersburg? These are, I'm not sure if it happened, but they just tended not to grow. Some of the lines we've got going in Minsk just had no passengers on them at all. It's like nobody wants to go here. Now it could be probably resolved by just throwing some more buses in at the train station to get people around Minsk, but the tram does that. The tram covers everything. I suppose it is full, could probably add more trams in there. I think the tram in Minsk actually does make money. But if you go into here, here's the train to Berlin. So Berlin, Minsk, only 22 people waiting. Not even 100 people waiting for any of the lines. And most of these I've cut down to just one train, due to the fact that the 2 trains were just totally killing the finances. I mean, this is the Kiev to Minsk branch. 214 people can go on that train. It's a multiple unit, a diesel. And I think it's the smallest one, actually. But still, it gets nowhere near a full load. I'm not sure why. People just don't want to go to Minsk. And people in Minsk don't want to leave to go anywhere else. So, Pretty much every passenger train out of Minsk is losing money. And if it had grown at a rate like everything else, it probably would have been okay. Like if we go to Edinburgh and Cardiff, which was our starting cities, there we go, 111 to go to Paris to Edinburgh, 213 just to go to Cardiff, which is basically almost the same city now. The rest is sort of, this Edinburgh to London is a bit strange. You would think more people would want to use it. Alas, they don't. So I'm not sure if it's happening there. We'll go back into the league table, see how things are getting on. Russia-Asia fuel train, again, there's 2 trains on here. One would probably be fine, but I need the 2 trains so that ships are just going with at least something in them. If there's only 1 train, almost 2 ships will come into the dock and leave with nothing, waiting for 1 train to arrive. So, again, everything up here, these things that are all getting 0 are just unfortunate. They never seem as though the cities have like no demand for them or something. But the cities obviously do have demand for fuel and goods. It just seems these Minsk and Copenhagen seem to be at the bottom of the pile for getting anything. Now, this Tokyo Tools train, this is an easy fix. If I go to vehicles, all I need to do is send 1 to a depot. Probably this scene right here. That should cut costs in half. There's no actually a depot for it to go into. I can create one. So if I send this train away, give me something decent. 100 seems fine. Go out there. Give me a depot. Hello. Right. You, sir. Go to a depot and be sold, please. Now that train will go. That'll save us some money by near running that train. And it also means when this single train that's still on the line comes back, there should be more tools and machines for it to pick up. In theory. Obviously, some of the trains that are a bit bigger would probably make more money if you were running goods in either direction. But that's something that I'll be doing in the new season. It wasn't really something I was bothered about doing here, because I was playing with the no costs mod off. I will be playing the next season with the no cost mod off, but I'll be sort of flickering back and forth to see which things are making money and not. And I'll do a bit of micromanagement in between episodes, because I'm not sure if you guys like to see the micromanagement stuff. It can be a bit tedious and boring, especially selecting trains to replace, trying to remember every same type of train or wagon, whether it be freight or passenger, is a bit tedious, especially if you've got mixed consists. But hey ho, let's see our TGV train, because this was one of the worst trains for making money. It was losing a fortune, now it's making money. Ta-da! Problem solved. So we'll go back in here. We will have a look to see if our biggest earner is. I think it's the crude oil line that goes from the UK to Paris. And it's 54, no, it's the Paris to Oslo High Speed Express. See, it's weird that something like that would make money. Now, the train is old, and it could probably make more money if I just replaced it with it actually is. Paris to Oslo, I think is, it's a TGV. Now, we've got some weird stuff in here like this. I'm not entirely sure what this thing is. I cannot remember adding this. But if you go into multiple units now, like if I select this, go into all multiple units, which we're in now, you can find some weird and wonderful stuff that I had completely forgotten that I'd added. You can basically get this now to build as you want. We've got this, which is the Hyperloop. 373 passengers. I find it hard to believe that 373 miles per hour. Hyperloop is a battery powered passenger capsule. There is actually a track for this that's like a sort of monorail, kind of looks like a tube. Now the PA1, far did that come from? I just saw it 2 seconds ago. Go back up. See, this is another Russian, capacity 20, 62 miles per hour. A nice little commuter train there. I'll have to remember and find that the next time. As you go down, I'll try not to go down too fast in case I miss anything. Now it seems that most of this stuff, right, I need one of those Thales TGVs. See, there's 2 KTXs in here. The Korean, see, there's different sizes. Damn it, that's what I wanted. Oh no, I don't want one of them now, go away. Hello there, buddy. Capacity 164, I think I'm running this scene. I am, that is 394. And it loses a hell of a lot of money. So running the smaller one would actually be cheaper and would save some more money. If we go down here, we'll start getting into our futuristic sort of trains. Keep heading down. Right, here we're into our futuristic sort of stuff. We've got this. There are a few versions of this. There are sort of the same speed in it, but there are different versions. This, the WTC, and the Amtrak, and Dutch version of that. Alright, cool. Go to locomotives and head to the bottom. I want to see if there's anything random in here. Nope. Seems good. Okay. Right. That was everything there. I needed a Thales TGV, so I shouldn't have closed that. Right, go up. Alright, there it is. Is it a long? What is the current vehicle? 2210. I've no idea if that means. Give me the overview. Finances. Right, vehicles. Click on a vehicle. 256. Right, short, normal, long, 256. Add one of them. Close that. Close that. Replacement. Replace it 100%. And even though it's making money, it should make more now that the maintenance cost of the train, I was about to say aircraft there, stupid. the cost of the train should come down, so it should make more money. Right, let's have a look. Now my Thales, my La Poste TGV, the Paris to Goods Hub to Paris, Goods Hub to Berlin. See, most of these could actually be making money if I just had bothered to take the time to feed more raw materials into here. It would have saved a hell of a lot. Anything that takes construction materials or food for this depot is good, it's fine, because there is so much of it waiting. See, you're at 50 years, the Russia-Asia fuel train. I could just replace you. Replacement. Nope. Let me see the vehicles. I think they're these. You've got 0. You've got 64. That's 465. Go Obviously I'm going to spend the whole of this episode trying to resuscitate every line. This is just a sort of go around to sort of explain why things are not making money. There's another Russian train in the background that is incredibly old. Probably the oil train. No, Russia-Asia Fuel Train 2. See, there really is no need for this train. There could only be one on here and it would work perfectly. Russia-Asia Fuel Train 2, 0. If I scrap both of them, that's another 5.57 million I'll have saved. But we're good though, because we make more money than we'll lose. As long as you keep on track of the fact that some of these vehicles get old, and once they get really old, they will cost you an absolute fortune, then you're fine. Right, I can't put you in a depot. Oh well. We'll leave that running just now. We'll leave him. Forget about that for the moment. It's just a quick example. Now this wood train does good. I mean, it's almost full. Let's say about half, which gets enough wood in there to feed planks. Its finances should be up. Finances, please. It is just. It's losing money just now, but it's about to drop off. Right, click on it. It should show them that. Come on. Right, made 2.5. In fact, it made more than 2.5 million. Probably made about 4 million just with that one drop off, which brought it into the green. Now again, we've got our sort of lines that are verging on the edge of being in profit and not in profit. The Tokyo Machines Road. There are only 5 trucks on here. That could probably be cut to less just to totally keep it in the green. Helsinki Fuel Road, again, probably a bit too much trucks. If we were to, well, as soon as all those trucks that are carrying that 84 fuel deliver, it should come into profit. There it is now. It's in. So they're sort of just on the edge of being in profit and not in profit. Now Minsk bus, as I was saying earlier, that you need like decent bus routes to transport people around the city after you've delivered them a train station. Some of them, the train station is obviously have its own sphere of influence that people will actively walk to, but anything outside it, you're going to need to deliver people to those areas, and you're going to need to deliver people from those areas into where the train station actually is. So these, it's mostly road vehicles that are always sort of just on the edge. Your trains either make a lot of money or they just lose money like no tomorrow. Aircraft as well. I don't actually think I have a plane that makes any money. Well, here, a quick look. We've got ships that are making money. Excuse me. Autosave kicking in there. The trams are making money. That's surprising. The last time I played this, I think I had a tram that made money. Alas, some of these are. Right. Now these are obviously the lines. These are not individual vehicles. And I see any planes. I see more ships. See, trains are your highest earner. 45 trucks though for there. That's pretty good. And they would be full, but a lot of them will be on return journeys. That's why they're half empty. Yes, here we go. Look, the Great Britain to France crude trade marks 138 million. Minsk Stone good to the goods hub. That's as well. That's no surprise there. That gets quite a lot. 2 trains on there. One is full. No, 3 trains, 4 trains. So 2 are en route back, the other 2 are heading in with stone. The London fuel train is a surprising as well, because I always thought that I didn't get that much, but alas it is, so that's good. But things like Edinburgh crew train, that's doing well. There's 2 trains on there, one is full, the other one is going back to pick up. Obviously again, if you were taking return goods in, you would be, I wouldn't say every route would be making profit, you'd still lose money on some of them, but you'd be pretty decent. Most of these are decent. There's a plane that makes money. Ooh, it's freight though. Okay, so point in fact, you can actually make money from delivering freight via aircraft. Holy crap, Alaska at St. Petersburg passenger plane is also making money. What is going on here? You're defying my point that you can't make money. Oh, it's rapidly fallen by the wayside though. 2 passengers on 2 planes. I would say one is full, one has got 2 and one is empty. 2, empty. Might get some passengers on it. Nope, nobody waiting. Alaska again. You know what, weird places, even on the American map, where there are several train lines going in Alaska. A lot of them do get used. I don't know why. It receives the same amount of goods. There should be passenger build-up. There's an airport. There are buses. There are trams. There are about 8 different lines. A train's going in. There were 3 routes coming out of the airport at one time. But again, Alaska just never amounted to anything. I suppose it's not really a buzzing metropolis in real life. I think it's Anchorage. Is Anchorage the main city in Alaska? Never actually been there. I'd like to go at some point, but it's a hell of a way the way, especially if you live in the UK, and it would be a very expensive trip if you didn't like snow. I do like snow, but it just seems like a hell of a place to go. I'd love to be able to go just so I could say I've been there. Maybe one day. So we will continue on. Right, this is actually working. This line here was once the bane of my existence. I hated it. Hated it so much. Just make sure nothing. Ah, Berlin Sawmill. You need to deliver more stuff. I could add a second train on here. That would get more planks going in, which meant that you would get more. Train 296. Copenhagen livestock train. I don't actually think that train is that old. No, they're not actually that old. Details 39. No, you're still good. Once you reach 50, come and tell me again and I'll replace you. A lot of these trains when I reach to be 50, because we're nearing the end of a season, I will do an episode each on the USA map and on the Europe map, using those futuristics sort of hyper trains, and then we'll do a sort of play around the whole map, see all the lines and stuff, reminisce about some of the older lines, and fit lines I really enjoy and fit lines that were the bane of my existence, i.e. the St. Petersburg sawmill trucks. They were a real pain in the ass. So, let's see a quick look. Now, by increasing the production of these, meaning that more trains would get, that's probably going with 0. It's not, it's actually getting tools for a change. It's amazing that once upon a time we were desperately struggling to get construction materials into this factory, or stone. Now we're getting stone for 2 different sources. We're getting slag coming in from China, and every single combat line is almost full. It's amazing. And we're even getting a stockpile of stuff here, which is brilliant. So I could hit any number of trains. Well, that's not true. Is this a combat train? Let's see if he gets a full load. Check his finances. He is actually making money. So people in Minsk do want construction materials. I think it just takes time for the lines to sort of bed in. Once you get your trucks and that going. Obviously trains that are suffering coming out of here, the trucks at the other end are going to suffer, because they're not delivering anything further on. And that'll be lines that you'll lose money on. Now obviously, because I was using the no cost mod, I just sort of threw this together and then started firing lines willy-nilly for basically everywhere on the goddamn planet. And it was a bit too much. If I was micromanaging it, I would probably do it one sort of industry at a time. Or I'd hit, for example, for construction materials, I'd maybe try to have it being supplied by like 4 different quarries, or have 6 different sets of forests with 3 different sawmills all supplying into here, 4 different chemical factories producing plastic, and just constantly raw materials coming in all the time. Once you've got that done, your trains will run full. There will be demand for goods. You just need to make sure that goods are being distributed to the right places in the cities, like Kiev. Kiev says it's only getting 5% of the construction materials that it needs, which is strange, because every time a freight train comes in, or a construction materials train comes in, it should be good. It should have a full load of construction materials. Now you're waiting for something. Is this train? This is one of the trains I just recently added. Ooh, it looks hideous already. You're probably waiting for a train that's in this tunnel to sort of vamoose. It must be up around this corner somewhere. No sign of the construction materials train. I want to find it though, and see if it is actually doing the job that it's supposed to. That's another thing, keep an eye on your trains, stuff like that. If there are problems, they won't make money. So you're getting tools, excellent. You're crawling up there to get machines. There's nowhere near get P520 machines waiting for you there. You're waiting for a free path. You are waiting for a free path. You're going, he's staying. Here's the construction materials train there. It's got 450. It is losing money, but it'll probably make money once it delivers. So right now, if we go to... In fact, we'll keep this train up. More trains are sort of reaching the age. It's we fast forward in the game. That's just what happens. Copenhagen livestock. You've already moaned at me previously. Don't moan at me. Train 15 will be something new. Paris grain train. Interesting. And train 118, the Paris food train, carrying 870. Let's have a look at this. Check your finances. Now this used to run with a hell of a lot. Now it's just sort of breaking even. The downfall of trains that are delivering food from the Copenhagen food hub here, or is it the Vienna food hub? The aircraft are still getting stuff, and now there's 330 waiting. Very good. I took some of the aircraft off here because I didn't think they were doing that great. Buy another one. Oh, I also realised as well, I was doing a quick peruse through the aircraft, and I noticed I had a hell of a lot more Ansett Airlines. The World Airlines pack. Where is Ansett Airlines come from? I've no idea. Another British Airways. We've got some more stuff. Here we go. Look, Ansett Australia. So Australia, Ansett must be Australian. There was more. There was like Taiwan and Qantas and Austrian I knew about. That Lufthansa I know about. There we go. Look. So these are Australian. That's what their deal is. Nouvellear. Nope, never heard of it. Air Luxor. I think I've heard of that. Air Memphis. Seen that before. This must be Laos, I'm assuming. High Fly, no sure about that in. Air Luxor, is that a real airline? I'm sure I've seen something like that before. No, I don't actually want that. Go away. Go away. You picked up 55. We'll get one more aircraft on here. And then it should still be able to make money. I need to go down to freight though. Ha! Use this. Pick up food. Buy. Why do I keep getting this Junkers? Or did I need to delete the Junkers for the last time? Can't remember, right. Let's actually look at this. Oh, we've got a little... Always remember, if you're running freight, you need one of these little guys. As retarded as it might seem, that's how the mod works. Unless it's been updated and you do actually need it. But every time I've upgraded these aircraft, this one is upgraded as well, and then this stops working. So I need to buy another one of those to pop out and keep the line going again. Now over here, these trains were suffering because this was wiping out its raw materials, and then enough was being supplied. It looks now as though it may be working again for some strange reason. Where's my KLM, bad boy? You've totally skipped your mission objective. Turn around. I can't make you turn around. Yes, I can. Go down the runway, turn, pick up crap, and then go. Didn't hold up any inbound aircraft. So I am surprised that the air freight made money. I'm glad it made money. No, it means that I can now use it in the next season, and I know it'll work. Now, in the next season, the high detail playthrough, because you're going to be buying a lot of stuff in order to make it high detailed, I think assets and stuff still sort of cost money. I'm sure they do. So I'm unsure whether I was going to play it with the no cost mod on, or just use the pork barrels, kind of like Colonel Failure did in his recent season of Transport Fever that he just started. I'm unsure. I think I'll just play it the same way as this. Play it with the no cost mod off. And then that should be allowing me the freedom to do the things that I need to do. This 747's got a hell of a bank on it. I suppose you are circling back to the airport. You're going to screw up this guy that's coming in here. It's increasing speed though. 271. Adding that probably meant I was losing money. Let's go into separate vehicles. Right, vehicles that are losing me a fortune will be... Right, Great Britain crude trains are up there, China steel train is up there, Paris to Oslo high speed is up there. It's good that it lets you see individual vehicles, and it shows you things that are old. So you're not making so much money, but I bet you if I replaced you, you'd be fine. This train is 73 years old. Jesus. Things that are just sort of teetering on the edge, bound to be road vehicles. Yes. Lots of road vehicles. What's our worst earning vehicle? The Tokyo Berlin high speed. That's not really a surprise. Again, there's not much passengers come out of Tokyo, Beijing, Minsk, Kiev, St. Petersburg and Moscow. Lots of people wait for it at Berlin. See, Berlin and Minsk. Just not that much. Everything else we can sort of live with. Ah. So there you have it. Here's our KLM bad boy coming into the ground, into land there. Here's one of our new trains. Could add a second train in there, but I think it's now it's actually like plastic and stuff that we're, yes, we're struggling with plastic. But if I can make goods though, until this disappears, goods can be manufactured. And over here we're probably out of plastic as well. Oh no, we've got plastic. So adding another planks train wouldn't be actually that bad idea. It'd probably be a better idea to have this producing either tools or machines. The fact that it has to jump between both hinders if it goes onto your platforms. But there you have it. So there we go. That's going to be it for this episode. It was just a brief overview on how the finances actually worked out. If I could have played it with the no cost mod turned off from the beginning, ended up at this stage right here, and we still would have been making money. Albeit not as fast, and I probably only have half the vehicles floating around the map that we have just now. But there you have it. So I'll leave you with the glorious transportfever.net train. And she's delivering wood, a full load it looks like. But no, that's going to be it for this episode. Until next time, if you did actually watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to see more of what's happening in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy, that's been Transport Fever, and I will catch you later.